There's just no end to the indignity of being a horse. You go horseback riding, the horse sees you pull up in a car, he knows. You have absolutely no real need to do this. I get out of a car that has 500 horsepower, so I can sit on an animal that has 1. Why do we even use the term horsepower? Is it just to further humiliate the horses? Each space shuttle rocket has about 20 million horsepower. Is there any point in continuing to compare it to the horses? Any chance of going back to using horses for rocket propulsion? Trying to keep track of how many we're going to need? Hey, horse, we had a rocket that broke down. Can you get 20 million friends together really fast? The horse has got the straw hat with the ears coming through, pulling the hayride. 20 million. That's a lot. I don't even have 20 friends, let alone 20 million.
That was good.
I'm wearing contact lenses now, but I wore glasses at the age of 10. I thought I had to get glasses because I couldn't tell what my parents looked like. I'd ask my mom for money and she'd always say, "What do I look like, the bank? Do I look like I'm made of money to you?" The truth is, when you're a kid, your parents are the bank. Where else am I going to go get money? Am I going to walk into the Chase Manhattan? They're going to look at me and they're going to say, "What do I look like, your mother? Beat it, Four Eyes."
Almond milk. Who got that assignment? Who had a can of almonds slammed on their desk and find a way to get some milk out of these goddamn things? Nobody wants nuts, they want milk. How did they even find a stool small enough to slide under the almonds to milk it? You know how hard it must be to manipulate the teats of an almond? And rice milk? Even harder, even less room.
So what's the McDonald's sign up to now anyway? 89 billion? 89 billion hamburgers. It's such an outrageous number. 89 billion. Wow, okay, I'll have one. I really want to someday meet the CEO of McDonald's, just so I can say to him, "Look, we all get it, okay? You've sold a lot of hamburgers. 100 million, zillion, cotillion, whatever the hell it is. Just put up a sign, McDonald's, we're doing very well." We don't need to hear about every goddamn one of them. What's their ultimate goal? To have the cows just surrendering voluntarily? Coming up to the door and going, "We give up! We'd like to turn ourselves in! We see the sign! We realize we have very little chance out there. I'd like to be a Happy Meal if that's at all possible."
Everybody has a phone. It's your life because of your people you need to stay in touch with that are so important to you. Yeah, really? I don't think they seem very important. Not the way you scroll through the names on a contact list like a gay French king. Who pleases me today? Who shall I favor? Who shall I delete? And we call it a phone, but we don't really use it much as a phone. They gave us the option some years ago where we could communicate with another person, talking versus typing. But once you had that option, it took about half a second. Talking lost. Talking's over. Who wants to talk? Oh my God, I gotta talk? Do I have to talk to this person now? Talking is work. You gotta make facial expressions to go with what you're saying. You gotta have different hand gestures. You gotta suck in air and you gotta blow out. Talking is over. It's antiquated. You know, I feel like a blacksmith sometimes up here talking to you to tell the truth. If you want, I can text this whole thing to you and we can get the hell out of here. Email. Text, and we love it. Because when you communicate to another person, we want them to know, I could have called you, but I chose not to. I decided I only want to hear half of the conversation. This is what I have to say. I think we're done. Email, I like it. I don't really like the use of the word mail in email, using the same term for the Postal Service. I don't see a lot of overlap between the two systems. One occurs in digital fiber optic hyperspace, and the other is dazed and confused distant branch of the Cub Scouts, bumbling around the streets in embarrassing shorts and jackets with meaningless patches and victory medals, driving 4 miles an hour, 20 feet at a time on the wrong side of a mentally challenged Jeep. I love how the postal system has this emotional meltdown every 3 to 5 years, that the business model from 1630 isn't working anymore. I can't understand how a 21st century information system based on licking, walking, and a random number of pennies is struggling to compete. The Postmaster General, he gets freaked out. He comes out every once in a while, rings under his eyes, no shave, he's pulling all-nighters, We can't keep up! The infrastructure's killing us. We need to raise a stamp another penny. Dude, relax. You don't even know how much a stamp is. 43, 48. Make it $1. You're going to get there eventually. And then with the money left over, you can buy some pants and a real car. If you really want to be helpful, just open the letters, read them, and email us what it says.
Nice. Yeah. That was good. That